Did you have a knee meniscus surgery in the past and you're still dealing with pain, swelling, and possibly even losing motion in your knee? Well, this is not normal, but you're also not alone. This happens way more often than I like to admit. And the good news is that it can be helped without another surgery. If you're watching this video today and you're considering having a meniscus surgery for your knee, then you'll want to listen closely so that you don't make this mistake after you have your meniscus surgery. And if you've already had your meniscus surgery, then you need to know what to do so that you're not getting more swelling, pain, and not losing motion in that knee, and you're staying out of the surgeon's office so you don't have to go back again for another knee surgery. My name is Dr. David Midoff, and I'm a specialist physical therapist at El Paso Manual Physical Therapy. And this channel is dedicated to helping people stay healthy, active, and mobile while avoiding an unnecessary surgery, injections, and medications. Please subscribe to this channel and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss a single video with great tips and advice that we put out every single week. So let's get to it. The biggest mistake that people make after having a meniscus surgery is they're doing too much way too soon. What most people just don't get from their medical professionals is that the meniscus is a type of cartilage, and cartilage is one of the slowest healing tissues in the body. And oftentimes after having a meniscus surgery, people are told that they'll be fine and they can get back to normal in about 2 or 3 months after having the surgery. And if we know anything about cartilage, if you want to look this up, it takes about 6 up to 12 months to fully heal depending on the severity of that injury on the meniscus, on that cartilage. And if you break down what most healthcare professionals tell their patients, it could be an orthopedic surgeon or even a physical therapist that's telling somebody who's just had a meniscus surgery, they'll say, well, 80% of healing is done in the first 2 to 3 months. So that means you're good to go after 2 to 3 months. And that's the 80% fact is true. That does happen. Healing kind of it goes fast at the beginning and then it tapers off, and it's a lot slower for the remaining, 6 to 9 months after the first 2 to 3 months. But there's still healing to be done, and that 20% is really critical. And people are often disappointed to find out that as they begin to get back to normal, as they've been told that they probably could and should, they start to get swelling in the knee, they start to get a pain, of course, and then they lose motion in some severe cases. They can't fully extend their knee out or bend their knee all the way. And it's really concerning and very disappointing for somebody who's gone through the knee surgery and now they're kind of back to the way they were before the surgery, if not even worse in some cases. It's important that you take away from this video today that it takes 6 to 12 months to heal from a meniscus surgery. So if you're sitting at home right now and you just had your meniscus surgery a month or 2 ago and you're thinking, gosh, why aren't I much better already? I'm still getting swelling. Or if it's been a year since you had your meniscus surgery and you're better overall, but you're still getting some swelling and pain, then it's normal and there's things that you can do, which I'll allude to here in a minute. Now, my intent on this video is not to throw anybody under the bus. Surgeons are doing the best they can with what they know, and so are physical therapists and any healthcare providers that you may be seeing for your meniscus problem. But it's just not common knowledge to take 6 to 12 months to heal after a meniscus surgery. So you need to just have that expectation right now if you're gonna go get a surgery or if you've already had one. And if it's been more than 6 months or you're in the past 6 months, 6 to 12 months range or longer since your meniscus surgery, then it's okay as long as you don't have another tear or some other massive injury to it. You can probably get that swelling under control, regain your motion back as long as it hasn't been too long, and get the pain under control and recover normally the way that you should have once you start doing the right things. Now, the focus when you go into a surgeon's office, they're looking at your MRI, they're looking at your meniscus on the MRI, and they're telling you the tear and the way that it's torn and how they're going to repair it. And that's all good if you're going to end up having the surgery. And then after the surgery, the focus is doing physical therapy typically if you get sent there. And you're going to lose some motion in the surgery, so your knee won't be able to bend or straighten all the way. So the focus of physical therapy after a knee meniscus surgery is getting your motion all the way back and then getting strong enough to stand and do some walking. Note, I didn't say pain-free, or I didn't say get back to normal, just strong enough to get back to standing and walking, because Nobody wants to be in a wheelchair or not be able to get to the bathroom in time because of your knee not working right or being very painful. So it's important at the very beginning, and it's appropriate at the very beginning, to make sure that all your motion's back and that you can do some simple walking to and from the house, even if it hurts, so that you're not having accidents in bed, or so you're not having emergencies happen. You need the function of your leg back. But typically physical therapy goes 2 to 3 months. You get 80% better. And a lot of times people have the expectation set in themselves that they can get back to everything that they're doing before, and that's just not the case. They can do a lot of things now that they couldn't before the surgery typically, but you need to still continue doing a few things to make sure that you get that remaining 20% healed so that you can truly get back to normal. So let me give you some practical advice here. 3 things that I want you to take away from this video. Number 1, set your expectations. I've already talked about this, but I can't drive the point home enough. If you've gone to the doctor, if you've had a knee surgery, if you've been seeing physical therapy or any other healthcare professionals, and they're telling you, you'll be fine in 3 months, back to normal, you'll be dancing, you'll be exercising, you'll be playing with the grandkids again, just smile and remember this video and remember what I'm telling you right now. It's gonna take 6 to 12 months. Just erase that number that they gave you in your head. And I wouldn't go argue with them because they may not have all the knowledge and understanding behind it. And truth be told, surgeons oftentimes, once they finish their surgery, they're kind of done with you. They might have a follow-up visit or 2, but it's really physical therapy that's supposed to take over at that point. And physical therapy just has you for 2 to 3 months. And once they're done with you, same thing. Once you're back to walking and bending your knee all the way and straightening out your knee all the way, they're kind of done with you too. But what if you want to go play with the grandkids? What if you want to kneel? What if you want to exercise? You've got to set your expectations to still take it easy, still rehab or strengthen the right muscles or do the right kind of treatment for yourself so that you can continue to heal. The second tip that I need you to take home with today is you need to listen to your knee, because after you're on your own and you're supposed to be 80% better, there's things that you'll be able to do, and go ahead and do those as long as they don't hurt or bother you or cause some effects later on that day or the next day. Then they're generally going to be okay things for you to do. You can probably do some walking, but walking, a few miles may be not very comfortable for you. That may set off the swelling. That may hurt you more. And oftentimes, healthcare providers will tell you, go walk. Your knee's operated on. It's good. We took out the chunk that was, causing your knee to lock up, the meniscus. We did a meniscectomy or we repaired the meniscus and it's all sewn together now. So you can go ahead and walk all you want. And some people take that to heart and they go walk, 3 miles a day or 10, 20 miles a week. And their meniscus just doesn't heal enough and they get that swelling and it can create another problem later on. You've got to listen to your knee. You've got to listen to your body and make sure that you only go with what you can tolerate without making it worse, without swelling, pain, or definitely not losing motion. And you might consider staying in physical therapy longer than they want you to, or finding something to help you out. And here's a third practical tip. If you don't know where to go, I've got some exercises that I put on videos here for free on YouTube. It's linked in the description below. There's one video in particular that I want you to take a look at. It's called Top 5 Glute Exercises for Knee Problems. Go check out that video, start doing those exercises. You've got to exercise the heck out of your glutes if you've got a meniscus injury. If you've had a meniscus surgery in the past, you need to get your glutes worked out. And if you've never worked out your glutes, if you went through physical therapy and never really targeted your glutes ever, you better start quick, because chances are you've got a muscle imbalance that's caused extra pressures inside your knee that's led to that meniscus tear to begin with. That's been the root problem. And glute strength is what offsets that forces inside the knee so that your meniscus can heal all the way. So go check out that video on how to exercise your glutes. There's 5 exercises in there that you can start doing them. I would do them every day. I do them a couple times a day, even more if you can. I would do what you can tolerate without it being too much soreness in your glute muscles. And they should all generally be okay on your knee. There's somewhere you got to kneel. You can adjust it. You can not do that exercise if you want, but you've got to figure out a way to get your butt muscles stronger. If you're looking for a more comprehensive plan for making your knee better and getting your glutes stronger, we also have a paid program called the 28-Day Knee Health and Wellness Boost Program. You can also find that in the link as a link in the description below. I hope that you found hope now, that if you've had a meniscus surgery in the past and you're dealing with these problems, the swelling, the pain, the loss of motion, please start doing taking this advice that I gave you, start doing the exercises and get better. It is possible to get that swelling down and to get your motion back and to recover and be normal. It's a big deal to take your time and let that cartilage heal at the rate that it heals. You generally can't go faster than what it heals. And a question that I get often is, do I take any supplements, glucosamine, chondroitin, those types of supplements? And the answer to that is it's not going to hurt. The research is kind of mixed on it. Sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't help. What we know is that it generally doesn't hurt. It doesn't make it worse. So you're not going to make things worse if you decide to take those supplements. Are generally safe to take. But some people report no difference, and so if that's your feeling, you've taken them and it hasn't really made a difference for you, don't take them. If you feel like they help you out, please take them, but don't just take the supplements in hopes of that replacing doing the right exercises and having the right expectations. You've got to do them both together. Give us a like if you thought this video was helpful, and please drop a comment if you have any questions. And I hope that you get better real soon. Have a wonderful day, guys. Bye-bye.